Ah, there we go. Right. Hey, can you guys hear us? If you can, let us know. I've been talking for almost an hour. I had no idea.
Oops.
I had no idea I would have to go back and change the settings. Wow, we've been through a lot in this hour, and I can't believe you couldn't hear us yet. That's on me. Um, okay, so the first thing is, to everyone who's here, we appreciate everything. We really do. And, we miss the guy deeply. We really do. Um, and we are just, I'm streaming from a game shared with him. I've known him for about 10 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. And, well, before we get started on that, this Budweiser's for him. Momo, cheers to you, and cheers to everyone in the chat. Fuck, we miss you, man. We miss you so much. And like Momo and I both said, we don't know how to go forward. This is killing us both so much. So much.
It's hard. Here's the toast.
But we wanted to be a part of a stream for his memorial, just to get the word out, just to talk about how much we miss him and we love him, and we wanted to share a good time for everyone that was a part of the community to stop by and say something nice. I know that his mother watches, and this kind of stuff is something that she would really like to see everyone sharing a good word and talking about the good times with him. So if anyone has anything nice and positive to say, please share it so that the family and the friends and everyone can see it, and it would really make them smile, and they would really enjoy that. So um, I can't believe that I didn't think to go check on the microphone settings. I thought they would still be set up to his settings. But because I haven't ever been on his account to stream, I don't know. I don't know. I forgot to do that stuff. But getting into the good times, I was talking about this before I knew the mic was muted. Him and myself and a good friend of ours, Logan, that we grew up with, that we went to high school with, we, one night we decided to go to Dallas, and we actually got lost in downtown Dallas area, and we were driving in my car, I had a 1994 Cadillac DeVille. We got lost, and we were driving the wrong way on the one-way roads to try to find a way back home, and we were afraid that we were going to get pulled over and go to jail, and that we were going to have a terrible night. We weren't but 15 or 16 years old, just trying to go to the city and see the lights and have a good time with our friend Logan. So we dropped Logan off, and we got lost, him and I, and my car started to overheat, and actually it's really funny. A Dallas cop pulled up behind us on the highway, and my car was overheating, and there wasn't much I could do about it except keep driving. So we he just told me just keep it on the gas and we'll get home, and if we don't, we'll break down and we'll get picked up by someone, but we're not gonna get pulled over. We're not gonna deal with the police tonight. We're just gonna play it safe. And once he told us what we were gonna do, we just did it, and we got home safe, and we ended up, you know, having a great night after that. But we were young and dumb, and we didn't know what the hell we were gonna do. We thought we were gonna go to jail because we were out late and we were being dumb teenagers, and it was one of the most fun times that I've had with him. I remember I would go over to his house, and every weekend I would stay there at his place. I hated my house as a teenage kid. I grew up in a divorced family with no older brothers or sisters. It was just me and my younger brother, and CJ was actually really good friends with my younger brother as well, and unfortunately he's not taking it so well either. My younger brother has been really tough on all of us. But man, we love that guy, and we missed him so much. We still miss him. We think about him. And so he has a GoFundMe page on the Discord, and I was trying to say it earlier and didn't know that the microphone was still muted, but what he did for a living was to stream and provide content for everyone, and to take care of his mother as she got into her older age. And so there's no way to bury him unless we get support from family and friends. And his family actually called me and told me that I needed to come over and talk to him, and I did after I found out everything. So I'm in charge of his GoFundMe, and I'm making sure that the family gets all of the finances to make sure that he has a proper burial. So if anyone is on the Discord, or if anyone would like the Discord, we're not by no means do we want to push it down your throat and beg for donations, but we need some help. We need to share this, and we need to get it out to people that can share it on all of their platforms for his funeral costs. And I found for me personally was Facebook would be good, and it was. We've already gotten quite a few people that he knew and that knew him over the years to help with this. And I heard from Momo that a few other streamers had gone ahead and done some memorial kind of streams for him. So if you see those, tune into those, and you can hear stories from other people that spent time with him and played games with him. But we just want to provide a place for everyone to come together and share good stories and laugh about the silly times that we all had, the good times, and kind of remember his life for what it was. It was a good life. It was a fun life, and he had a lot of really fun experiences to share with everyone. And I'm ready to go back now. I'm kind of emotionally drained from crying and talking about it for the past hour without knowing that you guys couldn't hear it, but I'm just excited. I want to hear some of the stuff that we talked about when we played games, and I want to hear all the good times that we had together, because I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of being upset. I know he lived a good life and he was always in a good spirit, and when he wasn't, you know what? When he wasn't in a good spirit, he had good friends like Momo. He had good friends like his viewers and people. Some of them he had their numbers. He could just pick up the phone and call some of them. The people that watched his streams were some of his best friends, and gave him encouragement and told him to keep doing the right thing and always look forward to the future. And it's good. It was a really good thing. It really was. It really was. Momo, do you have anything to share now that I've got the party volume? I didn't realize I had it fucked up. I feel like an idiot. I guess I wouldn't have known anyways until they said everything. I'm glad that someone could point it out and say that.
I remember how he was always there for us. It's anything that went wrong, he was there. He was a loyal friend to everyone.
He was.
It was.
He was. You could call him at any time, and he'd pick the phone up, and he'd give you good advice or give you some kind of encouragement. And even if he wasn't going to answer right then and there because he was busy or he had something going on, he would find a way to get back to you, and he'd find a way to kind of just give you some comfort if you needed it. Give you... Fuck, I can't even play this game. I'm so busy. Just, my brain is just rattled right now.
I remember one time, I didn't tell a lot of people this, some of my friends, also stream, and from the channel I originally started watching streamers from. So one of them made me a mod, and he told the streamer that he made me a mod that he will take all his friends away from his channel, and it broke my heart. And I received this message from the streamer, and I remember sitting there bawling on the VC, the voice chat, and it was amazing because he was there, and he was a comfort. You know, he was comforting me because I never experienced such a horrible thing from what I thought was my friend. And he sat there and we talked it out, and that's how he is. He's there for everyone. He cared about his friends, and he cared about people. We've had, when I used to stream like late at night, we used to talk, and people who come in, I remember quite a few kids came in, like, what do you do with bullies? What do you do with this and that? We sat there for hours and just chatting with lots of people. I remember that. I remember playing Fortnite when we used to play it.
Yeah,
so,
that was a long time ago.
What was it? 6 in the morning?
Sometimes even later.
Gee, we were up all night.
I mean, it wasn't too long ago, and he wasn't great friends with my friend Jake from college. But Jake is an awesome dude. But him and Jake would load this up and play, not this up, but they would load the PlayStation up and play Call of Duty just recently until 9, 10 in the morning. They'd both get in a party and have a few beers, and
I'm laughing
it's just
because I
so
remember
sad.
I'm not sure you remember this. We were playing that one time in Fortnite, oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing. We laughed all night long. He was drunk as a bat. We built that stupid ramp and we were launching the stupid go-karts off the ramp.
Yeah.
In Fortnite, oh my god, that was like one of the best memories ever. At like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because we were, what was it, free mode? Where you could just do what the hell you
Yeah,
want.
you can just have fun and be goofy.
Oh, such a great memory.
You know what? He was really smart, you know? That's one thing that I will never forget is like asking for an opinion and hearing the other side that I wasn't maybe thinking about. I might have been angry or a little upset, but I wasn't thinking properly. And he would give me some kind of advice to help me through my problems, but he was very soft about his approach in times that needed delicacy. It might have been a bad time for you, but he found a way to not make it hurt more, you know? He would tell you the truth and be on the nose about it, but he always offered an opinion that maybe I never thought about, or maybe I didn't think was the right way to think about it. And holy shit, there it is again, another hole-in-one on a hole that I have never made a hole-in-one on. There it is, boys and girls, he's helping me right now.
GG.
He's giving me some help here. I need it so bad.
I remember anytime either one of us or anyone got sick, he was right there. Like when I first started the migraines last year, first time I was in the hospital bad. He was like, are you okay? What did doctor do? He was like right there. Even though he wasn't with me literally, he was on the phone making sure that he was always like that to all his friends. Make sure that we're okay.
I've got a story that goes back about 3 years now. And I had problems with someone that I was in a relationship with and that I was living with. And I just picked up the phone and called him and I was like, hey man, I don't know what to do. I'm hurting. I found some things out that are just killing me on the inside. What can I do? And it was, hey man, what do you need? I'll come pick you up. I'll come find a way. You can come over. We'll figure it out. And I was over there within no time. You know, I spent some time with my family after that. And then immediately after I spent time with my family, I went to go see him. And it seemed like he knew all the right things to say. Keep your head up. Keep moving forward. Keep doing the right thing. And that was the kind of guy that he was. XPRT says I played BO3 and a little bit of Modern Warfare with him. I wish I would have played with him more. I feel you on that. I think we all wish that we had a little bit more time to play games because, like Momo and I were saying before we got the voice chat to work, is we don't know how to even play games really anymore. I say that as I'm playing a game, but I can't even log on without the first thing I do is go look for his name to send him and Momo an invite.
Me too.
You know, to get a party going so we can talk about how our day has been and what we were up to, and you know, can we turn our brains off a little bit and play some video games together and enjoy each other for a little while, you know? That's what it was all about. That's why we were such good friends, is we were able to forget about everyday life and play video games.
Hi, Gummy.
And not have to not have to worry about the real world for a little while, you know? All we wanted to do is just sit back and relax, and like I said, I'm drinking a Budweiser for him. That was his favorite beer, and unfortunately, when he passed away and I went over to go see the family, they didn't have anyone to drink this. They sent it with me. They said, you know, he would have wanted you to have this, and so go do something with it. And here I am drinking my best friend's last few beers, and luckily I get to share them with you guys. You know, it's not about me at all. Yeah, I do get to share them with you guys. And that's what he would have wanted, is someone to share some beers and share a good time and a time to talk and to just hang out. And I think that's what I'm going to miss the most, is just picking up the phone and asking if he wants to have a drink and hang out. It's crazy too, as we get older, how things change, you know? When we were younger, we'd go play disc golf every weekend. We'd go do some silly stuff. And I remember one time when I was right out of college, I paid for our tickets to go see one of his favorite bands. If you know anything about his old channel, well, not his old channel, but his old videos on his channel, he was a big fan of Soja. Back in the videos from his BO3 days, he talked to the managers of Soja on the internet. He talked to them on Twitter, I believe, or Facebook or Instagram, and he got their approval to use their music for his intros to his BO3 videos. And a funny story is we actually met the lead singer's brother playing Call of Duty. So the lead singer's name is Jacob Hemphill of the band Soja. We met his brother and linked up with his brother.
Oh, wow.
And then just a few years later, they came to Dallas and played a live show. And we were able to stand front row at his favorite band's concert in Dallas, and we had a blast. And not only did we see his favorite band, but we had seen another band that we really enjoyed, and that ended up becoming one of our bands that we had always listened to. That we really enjoyed. And yeah, sorry Tommy, sorry Lixady, we couldn't figure out the voice chat. I didn't understand. I don't know how to do this stuff. I didn't realize that because I was on his account that I was not sharing my voice and Momo's voice. We were trying to talk to you earlier, but had no idea until you guys said you couldn't hear us, that I had to go into the settings and change it. But I was so happy to see just someone say something and to talk, you know, with. So I'm glad that you could explain it while I wasn't able to, because yeah, I don't know, I just feel like an idiot, like I should know better, but we've been through a lot, man. We've been through a lot. But I know that he appreciates all of the support, and he would have wanted you to share good memories with and to have a good time with, and that's what made him happy. that's what him sharing his life with you guys is something that was very important to him. Oh, I'm never gonna finish this hole.
That's a hole that we all hate.
It's the hole
Yep.
that fucking kills us all.
We can't stand that hole.
Fuck it. Oh, look at that. I'm back in the fucking... Get me out of here. You know what? Full send.
Wait.
Ah! Oh, I might be able to get it. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it has that
So,
little...
if I can find a game that I can play single player, that I don't have to start completely fresh from, which all of them I will probably have to, just for the next few days, I'd like to put out some memorial streams. I do know that it's very late, and this was just something that it was the time to do it because I had been saying I would do it, and I just haven't done it yet. I've been so overwhelmed to even turn the PlayStation on and do anything. I know last night I talked to Rob, and Rob doesn't like to share his voice too much, but I could see if I could talk him into hopping on and saying some nice things, and the same for Logan. Logan would probably like to say some things. If I could play BO3, I would, but because we game shared, I can only play certain things. I would have to ask the family to borrow his PlayStation until they decide what they want to do with it to put a real stream out from the games that he really liked to play. The only games that I can play online that are streamable are going to be things that are offline. Because we game shared and I'm playing them on my PlayStation, I can play them on his account on my PlayStation, but I can't play online. I can only play online on his PlayStation. And it's something that I want to leave up to the family, what they do with all of his belongings. I don't need them. And I know right now that his family is struggling to even afford the funeral and other costs that are associated with it, like medical costs and other things. So, I don't really know what to say about what you guys want to see from this account in the last few days that they might stream from. We certainly will be doing memorial streams. Momo had one, and I think you said some other people did. Momo, can you fill me in on who those guys were so that everyone in this stream and who watches this video later can watch them, or give their support there? I imagine Jags did something. I know that was a big friend.
We're gonna do something probably tomorrow together. Brett shared out my stream on his channel. So a couple other people said they stream. I'm not sure who said they shared out their stream,
right.
My stream. So it got shared out quite a bit. And then
I know Wolf is a streamer, right?
Huh?
Wolf is a streamer.
Yeah.
So everyone is kind of doing their part, and we really appreciate that. But I want to make sure that I tune into all of that. I've got a very busy day tomorrow with the family, and I think I'm gonna swing by and drop off some food and some, just like a care package, some things that they might want to have.
I sent them a card already, and Let's see what happens.
I went over there yesterday and it was very difficult. I had to take my little brother with me just to get me through it. But they're just like you and I are, you know, they want it to be a dream and to be over with and to wake up from this and not. It's so hard to believe that it happened, you know. A young man that just turned 25 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's very hard to believe.
When I found out, I had literally just woke up and I had grabbed my cell phone. It was right next to me.
I'm glad you guys didn't hear us crying and bawling earlier. I'm glad it wasn't shared. It was tough.
We were bawling.
You guys don't need to hear us sound like that. You need to hear us be happy and supportive and in a good mood. It's been a rough 48 to 72 hours for everyone involved.
I picked up my phone. I thought it was still in a dream when I saw that you posted that Toki passed away. And I'm like, this can't be real, this can't be happening. And this still being this dream.
I know.
So the first thing I did was, because almost everybody in Toki's channel and all our friends are also all in Jack's channel, it says, oh my god, Toki's gone. He's dead.
Yeah. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you. Thank you, man.
I literally thought it was a dream. I did not. It couldn't hit me in the head that this is not a dream. This is the beginning of a nightmare.
Right.
Because I've just lost one of my best friends.
But it really is. I was saying it, but no one could hear it. It really is just a crazy event, and we're hanging in there. It hasn't been easy, but you know, we really appreciate everyone coming out and sharing their stories, the times that they remember meeting him or sharing an experience with him, whether it be in person or online, and really the all of the support online. I can't imagine what it would be like without the people that have gone online and shared his GoFundMe account, and we've already raised a good amount of money, myself included, to make sure that he gets the proper burial that he deserves. And without you guys taking the Discord and taking it everywhere else, and sharing it with your friends and family that have donated to make sure that he gets some kind of something, you know, that's what I was the most worried about, is that we were gonna have to find a way to make it happen without having any kind of resources to do it. But the fact that some of you have taken it and put it on your social media and shared it, if you stream, to do a memorial stream and to share it and to to do nice things like that. You guys have really been in charge of that, and y'all have done a wonderful job. And it shows the impact of what it is when you provide a service for people that enjoy being around you, you know. People enjoyed seeing him have a good time and play games and to tell stories and to listen to him crack a beer and talk about his day and yeah, I'm right there with you. I wanna go watch some old streams and hear what he had to say and hear about the good times that we had when we all played games together and hell, I even want to hear the bad times. I want to hear when we were calling each other names and making fun of each other and being assholes, because that's when you knew we were the best friends, is when we could make fun of each other.
Exactly. What was that? He had also the command, I forgot what it was. I probably know it, but I just don't remember it right now because you know what's going on.
And
The
also, every
beer
one of
command,
you guys
remember?
that's stealing my golf game right now, you're stealing all my tips so you can get holes in ones. That's gonna be $5.99. I'm just kidding.
That one? Remember, he always had the beer command?
He did have the beer
You know?
command, and I remember he fucked up, and it said, I'm gonna grab a beer or two, and he said, you know what, leave it, I fucked up, it says a beer or three. So he used to come up to his room with 3 beers. He said, well, it's in my chat, I'm gonna keep it 3 beers. And he'd drink 3 beers at a time. And before you know it, he'd go to grab beers, and he's like, well, I'm fucking drunk, I got 9 beers up here in 3 trips. I got
You
9
know,
beers in
yeah.
1 hour. Yeah, I remember that shit. That's
And you
good
know,
stuff.
it's not a Toki stream. You know it's not a Toki stream until you hear him crack a beer open.
You know what? Speaking of, the first one was for him, and this next one will be for him. This is a cold Budweiser for you, brother.
I finished the Budweiser during my stream. Don't have any more left.
And I know it's not going to be an easy day, but when they do put you with your father, I'm going to be out there at your gravesite with a cold beer. Holy shit! Hole in one! This one's for you! Crack the beer and hole in one on one of the hardest holes. That one's for you, buddy.
I was gonna say, oh my god. Toki is definitely with us right now.
But I'm gonna go out there with a 6-pack of Budweiser, and I'm gonna sit out there and have a moment with his father, who had passed. Holy shit, double hole in one. The next one is really hard to make. He's with me. Crack this beer and say his name, and you shall make a hole in one in his name. Wow, that's nuts. I haven't done that in this whole existence of this game. Back to back on those holes. That's so difficult.
And we'll see him again someday.
Come on. Oh, I couldn't do it. Now I'm gonna get fucked by the wood.
You know the thing?
I'm sorry, what was that?
We'll see him someday. You know the thing?
I hope so. The only thing is, he's gonna be in his 25-year-old body.
We'll be as old as
And
blank,
by the time I see
thing.
him, I hope I'm in a 70 or 80-year-old body. Let's hope, but he's gonna be like outrunning me. He's gonna be out drinking me. He's gonna be out smoking me. He's gonna be up to I'm gonna be like, dude, I'm an old ass man. I can't do this shit. I just hope he has a beer and a blunt waiting for me, and I hope that's the thing they gave him when he walked through the pearly gates is, here's a Budweiser, and, here's a joint of some of that California weed.
He always made fun of me because I lived in California, but yet he loved that I lived in California because I had the green stuff, you know? You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
say it on stream, and I probably shouldn't because of what I want to do with my future, but I'll say it.
Mm-hmm.
Him and we used to, I used to go hang out with him every weekend, and it would usually stretch into Monday morning because we went to the same high school. And I would leave my place of work on Friday, and I would get paid every Friday.
I do too.
And I would take my paycheck, and I would leave, and I would go get, holy shit, hole in one on another really hard hole. There you go. There it is. That's just dumb luck. I haven't got 3 holes in a 1 on this course in a long fucking time. Can I make it 4? Can I make it 4? Nope, not can I make it. Am I gonna get some help here, Token? You gonna help me out? 4 in a row, buddy. So I would leave my place of work, and I would go straight to his house to meet up with him, and we would buy a ridiculous amount of green, enough to last us for the weekend, but it wasn't a small amount by any means. It was very large, in the hopes that we would go home that week. On Monday, I'd leave it all there at his place, and I would link back up with him later in the week, and we would split it between what was left and make it last for the week until we met on Friday, enough for us to enjoy in the mornings and the night. He was a big smoker back then. He would smoke more than me. When I met him, he was not a big smoker. He was just a little bit here and there. By the end of it, we were smoking so much that we never made it to the end of the week. It always ran out on the weekend. And we were like, how could we smoke this much? This is terrible. We should not be smoking this much, right?
Yeah.
But we doubled the amount that we were getting, and then we started to hang out all weekend, and it ended up turning into 2 or 3 or 4 days after the weekend. So I might have stayed for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, we got school on Monday. We'll go to school on Monday. But when we come home to drop you off, we're gonna toke it down. That's how he got the name, the TWILIGHT. We're gonna blow it down, and you're gonna be the TWILIGHT and smoke and play games. And I would sit there with him, and I would play computer games, and we would watch, you know, South Park together, or we would watch the basketball games or the UFC fights. Man, we loved to sit back and watch UFC fights. And it just got to the point where we were just smoking so much and living life and having a good time and laughing and listening to music, and just no one could tell us what to do. In fact, I can't find it because it doesn't exist on anything that we have anymore. But if I could go back onto his old phone, one of his old phones that he may still have, there's a video of us smoking a about 3 or 4 ounce joint that was 1 foot long.
Jeez.
And we didn't have one of those 1 foot papers. Momo, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They make those rolling papers that are a foot long. We didn't have that. So he took like 30 or 40 papers and he licked them and stick them all together to make the base. And as we were rolling it, he added more and more and more until we had the perfect foot-long joint that had about 3 or 4 ounces in it. And we sat there and smoked it in his garage in one sitting until we got stupid, like, till we physically couldn't see or move. And then we went inside and I think we ate a full pizza. Like each of us ate a pizza and passed out and drank beer. If anyone remembers how long ago this was, I can tell you who was fighting on the UFC card, but I can't tell you what year it was. Anderson Silva fought to defend his title, or maybe after he lost it to the guy to fight him the second time. I think the first time he got knocked out by a weird, like, accidental punch that no one in the world would have seen coming. It's like the man that Anderson Silva tried to punch was coming off balance and threw a backhand that knocked him down, and then he finished him. So there was a match like a year later or 6 months later for him to get the belt back in the UFC. And Anderson Silva went to do a nasty leg kick. He threw a kick with so much force that he kicked the guy so hard in the leg, in the shin, that he broke his own leg in half. And when he stepped on it, you saw it bend, and he just fell to the ground, and they called the fight. And that's one of those moments where number one, we were disgusted when it happened. Oh my God, we're screaming. Oh my God, what the fuck? That's crazy. It's nasty. I don't want to watch it. And then we put it on replay and we watched it and watched it and watched it and watched it over and over. And then he looked at me and said, well, we got this big ass bag of weed here. There's only one thing we can do. Smoke it and forget that it ever happened. And we smoked for fucking 6 or 8 hours until we were mind numb, just stupid. Just never even happened, right? And then we woke up in the morning and guess what was on the fucking sports center? Man breaks his leg in, epic UFC, and we had to watch it again, and he was like, nope, fuck that, we're not going to school today. Well, I guess it happened on a Saturday, but he was like, fuck this, we're not going out to play disc golf or do anything today. We're staying home and we're gonna forget that this shit even happened. Man, we had some good times up there. We played so many video games up in that room, and we smoked so much, and we drank so much, but all of that doesn't mean anything. The smoking and the drinking and the hanging out, it was the good times, the camaraderie, the friendship, all the silly shit, playing basketball in the backyard, and going to play disc golf and meeting other people that we could enjoy ourselves with, out in the open, and him finally, as a young man, getting to meet the family that he wasn't ever able to meet. So my mother was, like I said, come from a divorced family, and everyone was very uptight about what we could and couldn't do, and for him to finally get to meet my dad and to really be himself and have a beer. I think one of the first times he ever met my dad, the first thing my dad was like is, hey boys, you guys want a beer? You guys want to hang out and, do nothing, watch some TV, and I'll cook some good food? And then from then on, all CJ wanted to do is hang out with my dad, and my dad would load up the barbecue, and we would and man, it was a good time. It's not the sad stuff, you know. I don't want to remember the sad stuff for him, only the good
Yeah.
stuff, but man, did we go through some sad stuff together.
Yep.
And the story that he talks about on stream all the time was about his father passing away.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget it. His father, his father lived in an apartment not too far from where we went to school, very close. And every day I would take him to his father's house to see his father until his mother could come pick him up. And his name was Rick, and Rick passed away. Well, one of these days I dropped CJ off after school, and he went into his his little apartment there, and was expecting to see Rick like normal, the guy who raised him and took care of him and loved him and his mother very, very well and very deeply. And he found Rick on the floor unconscious, and the first person he called after he called the paramedics was me. And I was just right around the corner on my family farm out here, and I just remember him calling me and crying to me and telling me, now is the time I need you more than anything. And I remember his family setting up the memorial and the funeral, and I remember being there for him at all of that. And I think it's the first time in my life I remember him drinking a beer, and he said, hey, all these people are here for me and to take care of me, all of my friends are for me, but all I really want to do is just have a beer and relax and unwind, and all the pressure and everything is on me. I'm just having a terrible time. And I looked at him and he said, hey, everyone who's here is from high school with us, and my family is here, and they're going to give me a beer. I just want you to come have a beer with me. Tell everyone else thanks for coming, but if they're going to stay, get away from us, because we're going to get drunk. And we ended up having a few beers, and everyone went their own way. And then I remember the memorial service, and everyone showed up, and again it was like, they're all here and it's nice, they're here for me and my family, but they don't understand what it's like to go through this, like, come back here, hang out with me, let's smoke a joint and have a beer and hang out and talk about this. And I'll never forget that stuff, man. And from that day on, it was like we were the best of buds, Everything we did before that was cool, but from then on, I kind of knew that was my brother,
For me, we became buds after help save his aunt's life. Remember that? Or I was in Phil Green's stream, his chat, because we met about a week or two before that in Life on In stream, because Phil rated Life on In, Alex. I sat there, I was just talking, because I moderate for Phil at that time. Lulu came into chat and said, hey, we need the nurse, somebody's having a problem, a medical emergency in Alex's stream. So I go there, and Toki's like, I need a nurse, I need the nurse. I'm like, I'm here, and I talked him through, what to do until the paramedics arrived.
Right.
And then we became best friends.
alright.
He taught me everything I needed to know: how to stream, how to join voice chat. I didn't know any of this stuff. He's the one that actually taught me how to start this everything on PlayStation. He became a best friend to me. I'm trying not to cry again.
It's okay. If you need to cry, you can. I'm on the verge of tears.
It seemed like when we first met, all three of us, it felt like we were just like three amigos. Like, we're just gonna be instant best friends. It's never gonna be the same. You know?
Yeah.
I wish it was here. I thought something so small, like what I did that day, would become such a great friendship, you know?
I know.
That day that, was it Sunday, when we got off the voice chat, me, Rob, and Tookie, I really did not want to get off that chat. We played the GTA Golf.
I know, I gotta go back and watch it. I was out of town, I believe.
I told Toki, because he said he was tired after he ended his stream. He says, before I got off, I said to him, "Are you sure you can go to bed? Like, because I don't want you staying up too late, because he sounded exhausted." Yeah, I'm going to bed afterwards. I strictly did not want to hit that button. Because I never thought that would be the last time I ever talked to him or hear his voice.
It's alright.
I just remember seeing my screen and then standing right next to my desk and just staring down. You know, I've already hit the button to turn off everything, and I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yep. Hey Brett, welcome.
Hi Brett. Like, something in my gut was telling me not to do this, like stay on a little longer. Because it was still early.
I haven't had a cigarette in a long time, and I am about to go sit out on my porch and enjoy one. I certainly won't leave the stream going, so y'all don't have anything to talk about. I don't want to leave Momo here either, just to talk to herself, because she's going through the same pain I'm feeling, but
Still feels like this whole thing's a
just
bad
something
nightmare.
to go out and take the edge off, because this shit sucks, man. This sucks so much. We miss this guy so fuck. I miss this guy so much. And I don't even... You know what the crazy thing is, Momo?
Yeah.
Is you don't know how much you miss them because they're not here. If they were here, then you could say, I miss you, and I enjoyed seeing you the last time I saw you. But unfortunately, we don't have that luxury. And the amount of distraught and pain that we have for him being gone is in no way, shape, or form able to describe with the term, I miss you. I miss you means I'm ready to see you. And I'll see you in the future. And, the fact that he's no longer with us and that he's moved on to the afterlife is just a killer, you know? It, Brad, I hope he's up in heaven with a Budweiser in his hand right now, Jesus. I hope that, that all is well with him in the afterlife. There it is again. I've made this whole fucking hole-in-one 2 times now. Thank you. That one's for you, brother. I can never make that hole, and now I will never forget it. I will know how to make it every single time I play it now. Jesus.
Music's gone, Brett.
Yeah, Brett. Token passed away on June 2nd, in the morning. His family found him unconscious on Monday the 1st in his house, not breathing, and they took him to the hospital, and he never woke up. So, we've just been hanging out, and, I've got his account information, so I'm able to post a stream, just a little something to have people come out and share stories that they remember about him, and you know, all the good stuff, we miss him. We miss him so much.
Deeply. We really do miss him deeply.
Yeah, there you go, Momo. It's in the chat. If you need someone to talk to, Brett's there for you as well. Thank you, Brett. Thank you. I don't know how Discord works, or even YouTube. I doubt that they will shut down the YouTube content, and he's got thousands of videos. But as far as the Discord, I don't know what happens. Like, I know Facebook is pretty notorious for shutting you down if you're deceased. But I think the Discord will be open for anyone who is around, if anyone wants to go back and watch his old content, or, you know, be a part of any of the old stuff. They can do that. I know that his mom actually watches all of his streams and is most likely going back and watching his old stuff, just like I am. I'm going to be doing that this week, just to hear his voice and to hear all the good times that we spent together. I know some of the videos that I want to go back, especially the ones with my name in them, just to hear that we could laugh about and have a good time. That's like something I'm looking forward to going back and doing. But if you have anything that you remember, or anything that you want to say, this stream, and then maybe only a few more, maybe just 1 or 2.
It's like,
feel free. This is the platform to do it on.
Yeah.
Because I think this is what he wanted from his friends and the people that enjoyed spending time with him, whether it was in person or on the internet, in the live streams. I know the streaming was the thing that gave him so much happiness and joy. So, feel free, man. Feel free.
It's like you and Tookie spent, what, past 2 years, 3 years playing together, and we've gone, like, not gone more than 2 days without talking to each other. We're always talking to each other. That's how close we were, all three of us.
Yeah.
Right. You guys knew I'm okay, and I knew you guys were okay, because we would always talk to each other. If we're not in this voice chat, we would be in Discord talking to each other. Right?
Hey, Brett, if you're streaming anytime soon, would you throw it in Token's Discord? Just so I can get the announcement. I don't have any other way to get it. You can put it, at this point, you can put it anywhere, just to come check it out. I can't say that I've seen any of your streams because I've seen so many content creators after meeting Token that I don't even know who's who anymore. But I gotta watch some kind of content or else I'll go fucking crazy sitting around here.
Me too. I don't just watching random people streaming. I just look for my friends and just other jags and just in between modding is, you know.
Well, that's good. I'll try to tune in when I can. Obviously, I've got a very busy week. Planning and preparing his funeral. I don't know if you know this, Brett, but I've known TheTokenRasta I've known CJ for 10 years or more. So his family had asked me if I would, try to help them out and help them with a GoFundMe account, and we've been trying to get everyone to share it, and a ton of people have already helped for that, and just share stories and talk about the good times they've had with him, stuff that we can talk about and share with our family and friends as time goes on. Ah, yes, I'm very familiar with that name. From a while back, though. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
I wonder if she knows. We all know her from, we met her in Alex's stream. I met her in Alex's channel. She's a friend of Alex, and she's also a nurse. Well, she's a CNA.
Oh, really? I didn't
certified
know
nursing
that.
assistant. Yeah, she's a certified nursing assistant. I'm one rank higher than she is.
You know what, Tommy? It's not about that. It's really not about that. And we know that if you could, you would, but it's really just it really is just what it is. You know, like, I think Momo can agree, we're not coming here to beg people to give money. We don't want that. We know that that's not what he wanted. If he wanted that, he would have done it in his streams, you know? What he wants is to know that people still have nice things to say, and people still care about him and his family and his friends, and people are gonna miss him, you know? People are going to miss seeing all the silliness and being, fuck, take over, Momo, I can't do this. We appreciate it, and we know that money is very hard to come by, and it's not about the money at all, man. We're just really just happy to see that someone is showing up to to support. That's really it. The money, it comes and it goes. It's something me and him talked about for years and years. It's not about the money. It really just is about a community that cared about someone and they cared about everyone that was a part of it. And you know what? Everyone a part of this community has been great, and it just is what it is. It is what it's gonna be.
It's
He's
like
going to be taken care of.
it's like we're having a celebration of life, not
Right. No, it's
just
not. It's not your fault for mentioning it either. It's an unfortunate part of his life because he was never worried about the money, and neither were any of us. We were never really worried about it. We just lived our lives, and if he needed anything, we would help him, and vice versa. If we needed anything, he would help us, and that's just kind of how it was. This is not a moment to think about money. This is just an opportunity to share your thoughts and your feelings, and we understand that money's tight, and we've all done what we can for the family, and we'll keep doing that for them. But the real thing is that we provide a good platform and message to get it out there at the very least. And so, like I've said before, on the Discord is his GoFundMe, and although everyone can't donate, that's fine. But if you could share it, so if someone else saw it, they have the opportunity to share it again or to donate themselves. That's really what's made this whole thing work, is that people that I've never heard of, people that I don't know anything about, have given $1 or $10 or $20. People that I didn't know even existed, and the fact that people are willing to do that is crazy to me. But it shows that people are good, and people want to see the good in each other, and they want to help people that are hurting. But it also shows that he had a reach, and that he had a good group of people that were willing to share it in the first place to help him if he ever needed to be helped. And that's kind of what's blown my mind now, is the amount of people that have helped his family with his memorial costs and his funeral costs. It's been mind-blowing. Enough to make me want to cry again, because a lot of people have gotten involved, and it's beautiful. It's one of those things where I think Momo can agree, if something happened to Momo or me, that we would want a lot of people to help our families to grieve. But I'm just happy that everyone showed up tonight. You know, you guys have been great. I know earlier Megan asked how long is the stream gonna go. I think I'm gonna cut it here pretty soon. I don't have too much to say other than, you know, we love the guy, we miss the guy, we wanted to put out something in memorial for him, but we're a little shaken up right now, and we can't really stream the games that he wanted to stream, because I'm doing this off of my PlayStation with his account. Like I said earlier, I was game sharing with him, so anything online I can't do it. But I can't even invite Momo to this game without playing it, or without getting a subscription for PlayStation. But any of the solo stuff that I can play and just kind of shut my mind off of, and have a stream for people to come in and talk about, and have a good time and remember who he was and what he did. I'm gonna try my best to do it for at least the next few days. This one was a late stream, and I know people will want to see one at a more normal time that CJ would have gotten online. So maybe tomorrow night I might do one earlier in the night, and then maybe Friday I can do one in the middle of the day that goes on for a few hours, more than 2 hours, that just kind of lets everyone stop by and say anything they wanted to say, or get any kind of information that they needed to get, and we'll go from there. Before I cut it, I want to throw it off to Momo and say, Momo, it's your time to shine. If you've got any kind of information or anything to say, now is the time. And anyone in the chat, feel free to say it. Like I said, his mother does watch this, and she definitely was telling me she wanted to see and hear from his friends and people that were close to him about all the good times and all the fun he had. So I know it's late, but now you can say it, or in the chat you can say it in one of these streams that will happen in the future. But thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I have to say, please keep the family in your hearts and minds. Pray for them to give them strength at this time, this hard time they're having right now. Just don't forget Tucky, because I just remember how much he's made such an impact in our lives, how much he's loved, and how much he loved us. He was a great friend to all of us. Please keep him in our thoughts and our prayers, and his family in our thoughts and prayers. And I think that's about all I can say right now.
Momo, maybe you can help me with this.
Okay.
Before I cut the stream. Megan, are you still here? I know Brett's going. Thank you, Brett. We appreciate it. It means so much to us. But I think Megan's still in here. What are y'all's thoughts on using my P.O. box? I don't want to give out my address, but I do have a P.O. box. And Tommy's still here. Hey, Tommy. Thank you for sticking around. Maybe I can get all of your thoughts on it. What if I put my P.O. box information in the Discord, and I gave everyone a chance to send letters to the family? I would have to get them from my P.O. box and deliver it to them personally, but I'm already going there every day to see his family. So, if anyone in the chat wants to maybe send a handwritten message or a letter or send something in the mail, I want to open up my P.O. box at the post office for that. And I know the family would enjoy that, as long as it's nice. I know that we were all goofballs and we would have gladly sent each other some stupid stuff in the mail. And not to say that you guys would do that, but I'm guilty of sending him stupid stuff in the mail, and he is as well. For me, remember that time he sent me a bag of dicks?
Exactly, I remember that.
So as long as everyone would think about using that properly, I think I would be willing to open it up. So I'll think about it and I'll put it in the Discord. I think his family would like some messages and some nice cards, and that'll be that. All right, Momo. Anything else before I cut the stream?
No, that I can think of.
All right. Well, it's been a wonderful time. We appreciate everyone who came out, and we'll see you guys here shortly in the next few nights to do another stream or two on his account to let other folks know about it and to let them know what happened. But here's how I'm gonna leave the stream. I got a cold Budweiser in my hand, and I know this is how he would end his stream. Here's to everyone out there right now who's watching and later on. This cold Budweiser is for you. Good night, everyone. Take care of yourselves.